Joey's back!
Joey's back! Joey!
I'm back, baby!
This is episode 56 of the Mac Back Podcast.
G'day, welcome to the Mac Back Podcast.
We're back.
My name's Jake McKenna, and to my left, this week in order of the most kilometres travelled, it's my little brother, Joe Hodge Boy.
Let me tell you, great weather for a road trip, but terrible fuel prices.
Oh, real?
I'm hurting in the wallet.
That's not ideal. And to my right, coming in at 6-1 as he does each and every week, is the baby brother of the pack, who we call Ginger Boy. Ginger Boy, how are you?
It's been a sad week with no Joey, so I'm glad to have him back on the panel.
Welcome back, Joe
Good to be back.
Boy. It's been a huge week for the Mac Back Podcast, even though there's only been two of us in town, in P-Town.
Yep.
As we often refer to it. Joe, you're going to explain your trip, your little acid trip that you went over the last 10 days. We're chatting about merch and our Fiverr boys who are doing a little bit of work for us. We also have a new job that you're going to be discussing. We've got Squid Day, we've got Cheat Day. It's a massive app. Let's get into it. Boys.
Hell yeah, we're back.
We are back. Congratulations, welcome back.
I'm back. Just when you think I'm out, they pull me back in.
Jake, I've got a question for you, mate.
Hit me with that, big man.
What is a squid day?
I'm not sure. I butchered it. I did not mean
You
to say
didn't
the
butcher
Squid
it.
Day. I wanted to say the Squid Game.
But here we are. The episode remains.
The episode continues on. We're ploughing forward. It's not the first
Blemishes
time.
and all.
It's not the first time I've said the wrong word, and it won't be the last time I've said the wrong word. Welcome to the Backpack Podcast. Joe, how was your trip, big boy?
Oh, the trip was fantastic. So I'll run you through the itinerary. So
That'll
obviously,
probably cut it, I reckon. That'll do. Just,
it's actually
just real
was
top line stuff.
No, I got some fun. I got these fun stories I wrote down.
Okay.
Here we go.
So yeah, because obviously just a quick run out. Went Lancelin, Geraldton, Calbarry, Karoo, back to Perth.
Holy
Last time I
wall.
spoke to you guys.
What is Karoo?
Oh fuck. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Here we go.
So last time I spoke to you guys, it was the Tuesday night.
Monday night
Monday night.
at 9:14 p.m.
And then the story picks up. So
It was
obviously
9:14 where he was. It was 9:15 where we were.
Correct.
you know all the crazy shenanigans we got up to on Sunday and Monday.
Yes, the phallic-
You heard it all last episode.
Phallic stones.
Yeah.
The dick stones.
Big dick cheese stones. That's what we want.
The story picks up. So we're in Geraldton.
No.
Lovely,
Bullshit. It couldn't get any better than that.
lovely little accommodation.
Yep.
Come up to the side. So it's like a 2-story house. We're on the side there.
Holy
Got our
true
own
story.
little room. Oh, fun fact. There was a room under the stairs and it had been decked out with Harry Potter.
I was about to
That is
say.
sick.
like there's
That's the
all
first
this
thing
like
my mind
Harry
went
Potter
to.
shit. Like Harry Potter photos, wands, like bed sheets and stuff. There's a little book.
Harry Potter bed sheets.
There's a little book of like what the guests write in, and some of it like the kids love the
Daniel Radcliffe himself.
yeah.
He's trapped there.
They love the room, the Harry Potter room.
Nice.
I would have loved it when I was a kid, but
Didn't love it being an adult.
I got a gripe with this accommodation.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
What's a good time to wake up on holiday? Let me ask you that.
Sure. Never.
I don't know, 10, 10:30?
Yeah, late.
So checkout was 10. So normally Kira and I would get up about 9. So it gives us time to
That's all right.
shower, breakfast.
We were only
pack
there
up.
one day.
Yeah, so the first couple of places we were only there for a day. We get awoken at 7:15 in the morning
It's not a holiday.
by kids
Oh, okay.
yelling and also kids being loud, parents being loud, loudly greeting the owner of the house.
Was there only one house?
Yeah, so it's a house and we're like at the bottom. So the people
You're the
sitting in
only
house-
guests in the place.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's like a little side room,
Okay, yeah.
like a garage.
Do you have
sort
to
of.
walk through the main house?
No, there's a door on the side. Yeah, so
That's the weird thing about B&Bs. You're really like close to the owner.
I know. I like the
It makes you feel
Airbnb where
weird.
you don't see the owner.
There was when I went to a B&B, the back there was like a door that connected the two houses, the
Yeah.
little like granny flat, whatever. And I like first got there and I was like, oh, that's weird. There's a door here. Like surely it's. And then I like went to open it and it was open. And I like started to open the door, but I was scared that the owner was there. But it's
Yeah.
like weird because it's like.
It's their house and you're just in it.
Yeah, and there's a lock on the door, but I didn't want to lock it because what if they needed it?
What do they
to-
need?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is. I prefer a house where you don't see the owner. You hardly even message them on the thing.
Yeah, just yeah.
You don't need to
stay
be
in your
there.
lane.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Fair call.
But this one, yeah. So we get woken up. It's like, oh, these fucking kids, and like they knew we were staying there, paying guests, might I have you.
Yeah, of course.
And then it's like, okay, whatever. They're a bit loud when they got in. We thought maybe these are like grandkids coming to visit, and it's like they're excited or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
But this carried on for quite some time, and there was multiple instances of like people sort of arriving.
Yeah.
And then we both sort of, me and Kira, are a bit annoyed because we've been woken up so early. And then we go on to check Airbnb because like, what the hell? Why are they so loud? Like, is this like a common thing?
Yeah.
And then all the comments like, great place, was great. And then one person was like, for a midweek stay, they run a daycare in the main house.
Oh.
So the kids are really loud, like throughout the day.
Oh.
But there was no mention on this daycare fucking daycare and B that this man was running. And like
DCMB.
we didn't see him in the morning.
CBT.
And like we were like, what the fuck? Like, why would you just put a thing there? Like, oh yeah, you might get woken up early. There are kids. Like, because if we knew
How many kids?
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't. It wasn't like raucously loud, but it's like it would wake you up, and then it was like quiet, and then it would like pick up again.
Yeah, like you're at a comedy gig.
yeah. Fucking the Airbnb guys doing stand up for the kids.
Fuck. And that
So,
was
yeah.
never mentioned to you that there was going to be.
No. So I've yet to write my review for this.
Oh, you're gonna go.
Joey's rave reviews.
I think I might be going ham on these guys.
Oh,
but it was a nice
shit.
place, great view of the beach. Overall, decent stay. Music was.
How are the toilets?
But yeah, anyway, so that was probably the only hitch in maybe in the ride.
Yep.
And then the other one, so obviously you guys, I've been out in the country for a week.
You have.
I'm a bit of a country boy.
He's a big
I
cunt.
hate
Now,
to
man,
say.
he's a big country. Yeah.
And there's one
A
thing,
big CUNT tree.
There's one thing I noticed about coming back to the city with all these city slickers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speed limits here real low.
Yeah.
You got 50s, you got 40s,
They're more of a recommendation.
you got 70s. Out in the country,
Yeah.
I'm be going 80, 90, 110. Yeah, that's right, 110.
120.
Nice.
Well,
Not
we'll get to it.
legally.
We'll get to it. Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh shit.
It's a funny thing. Personally, I think that the speed limit 90 kilometers an hour, it feels faster than 100. Because when you're going 100, it's like, oh, I'm on the freeway, I'm going 100, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you're going 90, it's like, look,
Past the school.
it's like, look, you guys really should be going like 70, but yeah, we'll take it. We'll give you 90.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Because and like everything. Sorry.
Use your words.
The things that this beer is getting to me. This everything that's like surrounds you as well is a bit more suburban.
Yeah.
When you're so it feels like you're going. Oh, but when you're on the
Yeah.
freeway, everything's just moving so
Yeah.
slowly.
But yeah, we were picking up major speed,
Very nice.
going 110. Oh,
Yeah.
I was living it.
The kids at
then you
daycare
get
didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Joey's coming through.
But then you get to probably one of the scariest things, overtaking on rural road.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're driving along, you're absolutely gunning it. We got the road trip playlist going. One time we even listened to the podcast.
Nice. No, we recommend that.
Pumping himself up.
We're just cruising, and then you get to like a little camper van. You got bloody. It's almost like you got Walt and Jesse up there driving the meth lab around. You got a fucking camper van. They're obviously worried. They're like, okay, I don't want to speed.
Yeah.
Because of the meth lab. You don't want to get
Yeah.
pulled over when
Yeah.
you're driving a meth lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I oftentimes
Speaking from
find
experience.
these people, they're obviously, you're in a big camper van, you can't take the corners.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So they'll go super slow around the corners, which is you can't overtake on a corner.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then they get to you got the straight, and then they'll fucking gun it. And it's like, wait. You're slowing me down.
Yep.
You got to let me overtake you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't just, I know what you're doing. You slow down at the corner. I need to slow down. I could just zip around.
Yep.
In my little Elantra. But you big camper van guy, you're fucking speeding down to a halt around these corners. And then you pick it up like you're a fucking
Joey drives
alpha
manual
male.
as well, so he's going down from
Fifth
fourth,
to fourth.
3, then 2.
I'm not
then
going to do
1.
these roads, but
He's going 1.
yeah, so
Descending numbers.
I
for
gotta
those playing at
say,
home.
I used to, at the first couple times I did a big overtake, and I haven't been on a country road in a while, I was a little bit nervous because you kind of like, I got to pop out and I got to gun down this road.
Yeah.
And then they're in the big fucking camper van, so you got to get in
Because
front.
there are only 2 lanes, correct?
There's
Like
only
one
two. A lot of
going-
times there's 2 lanes.
one going
Occasionally
north,
there's an
down,
overtaking
one going
lane,
south.
which is chill.
Okay.
But when there's 2 lanes, you're just like, all right, okay, I'm on the wrong side of the road. I'm in the fucking America. I'm
Yeah.
driving down the right hand side. I'm going, and then because sometimes you see like, oh great, now there's another car,
Like you got.
and you're like, why?
Approaching.
I'm
You
like,
got
I'm not
time.
gonna bitch out.
Gotta
and
go.
back.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
But then by the end of it, I was, there was one time where there was a bunch of camper vans, and there was me and this car in front of me. Number plate was like 1 Kaz, and then numbers. And me and Kaz,
Shout out to Kaz.
we were jumping vans like it was we were bunny offing these fuckers. And I couldn't really see around Kaz because she was in like a Prado.
It's all a blur. Everyone's doing 200 kilometers. No one could see anything.
She's got a bit of a dump truck in the back there. So I'm like, all right, Kaz, fuck it, you and me, because I see
You and me both.
She's driving behind this it could be a minute guy, I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, she's driving behind this van, and then she's sort of like, because obviously it's a big van, you can't see past it. She's sort of like, pop
Hedges.
out.
Oh.
Yeah, pop out a little bit. Like, all right. And
Come
then
on, I'm a
I'm like,
chance.
oh, can we go, Kaz? And then she like, pop out of it. Like, okay. And then like,
Oh, fuck. You don't want to miss time, then pop out.
yeah.
Jesus.
Then she like, pop out, and they're like, okay. And then we fucking go. And I was just trusting Kaz.
That scenes. Was there ever a challenger? Like, if that was me and I was driving in the left-hand lane and someone went to overtake me, the moment they went to overtake, I'd go, yeah, try this. And then just start to speed up. The next thing you know, it's just two cars driving next to each other at the same pace.
I love doing that when people try to overtake me. Just like, yeah, fuck, bro. We can
so
both go
dangerous.
120.
Unreal. So good trip all in all?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Love it. All right, boys, we've been teasing it for a couple of weeks, months.
Yep.
All those other words that speak about duration and stuff.
Yep.
We are making pretty serious progress on a few MacPack fronts, which is quite exciting.
Yes.
This week we've
Delved into the
we're looking,
clothing market.
Yeah, we're looking at getting.
We're doing merch.
We're doing merch. Oh, it's been a fucking week. I'll tell you that much for free. Jesus. A few of the people who we've been dealing with regarding the merch, they're graphic designers.
Yep.
Yep.
Um,
They design graphics.
That's kind of people.
And we're using a Fiverr service for those
Yes.
playing along at home. We've sort
What
of
is a Fiverr?
Is Fiverr, because I
Oh,
hadn't heard of it
God.
until we used it
And yeah.
last time.
No.
Okay, so Fiverr's basically like a marketplace, but instead of buying stuff, you buy services.
Yep.
So you can go on and you can be like, oh, I want like an intro video for this, I don't know, corporate day or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And on this occasion, it was just like, we want to see what sort of shirt designs we can get.
They're
for-
often creative pieces.
Yeah, so like for a logo,
Yeah.
you can put on a shirt or whatever that may be. So I went through. They give you the whole 9 yards. Like you get to see what these people have designed before and what they're likely to be able to design for you,
Yep. The niche.
and take your requests. So there's this fucking stacks of them. They all seem to be based in other countries,
Yep.
largely the Bangladeshian area, Asia,
Yeah.
Yep.
India.
Places where
Bit of a language barrier.
places where we can pay them relatively
like fuck
cheap.
all, yeah.
But in
Dirt.
terms of their dollar equivalent, there actually is not too bad.
Yeah, they're frothing it. And I don't know if they do this full time or what the deal is, but there's a fair few that I had to sort of sift through to work out which ones we're gonna be able to fit our services. And I sent off a heap during one of the nights earlier this weekend.
Just got drunk and messaged everyone on Fiverr.
Yeah,
You
just sliding into DMs. Now
But you designed my
there are a
graphics.
few that I launched and they just got back to me immediately and like, yeah, no, we're just too busy for you. And I was like, oh, okay, there's
Thanks, bro.
a bit more demand here for your requests than I thought. Now, I started to target other units, like the Bangladeshians. There was a fair few Bangladeshians that we were getting in contact with. The language barrier is the key. Now, when you're giving a brief to someone, it's quite important that they understand what the fuck is going on.
Yes.
Now, if they can't really speak English, that does bring up like the first hurdle.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they've seen
It's
it.
hard enough to get across your creative vision.
Oh, just to use
To
it.
each other, to our brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the same room as me as I'm drawing the thing. This bloke is in another country on another time zone, speaking another language, and by God, does it show sometimes. Now, I don't know where they get their English influence from, because they all use very peculiar language that
Yeah.
wouldn't sort of fly in Western society. They're not like doing racial slurs or anything crazy, but they're
just
just
sort of
using lingo.
Things that you learn, almost like if I spoke to someone in Indonesian how I learnt it, I would sound like
Yeah,
An idiot.
someone who did 3 years of Indonesian.
a
Yeah.
proper fuckwit. Now, so I sent through a few like, this is what we want, this is what we want, this is what we want.
Yeah.
And it was late. It was like 11:30 at night, and I was just sort of flicking them out, and I hoped they'd reply by the morning.
Yeah.
No, they replying like immediately. Yes, and one of them kept calling me boss
Yeah, I
forever.
love this guy.
Yeah,
Boss.
this guy's cool.
His name was Emu, and then a bunch of numbers. So he must have some form of Aussie influence to be called Emu, unless that's his
Yeah.
birth name. I don't know. Who knows? And anyway, but he continually called me boss. Yes, boss. I am graphic designer. I am graphics designer. I can do everything. Well, you can't. How many designs do you need, boss? I work. Here we go. Boss, you work for you if you place an order. Like, I understand what a transaction is. And I was like, oh, can I see some of your other stuff that you've done before? He goes, yes, boss. Like, why not? And I was like, okay. And then he sent like a fuck ton of files. They're actually on reflection. They're pretty
He's
nice.
quite good. I like this.
Yeah,
guy.
we haven't reached out to him since because I don't know, a little bit needy. And then like he sent me a heap of stuff. So my last message to him was at 11:03.
Nice.
He starts like churning away every minute. He's just sending me another message, another message, another message, another message. And I'm trying to go to bed. This is now 11:16. He's sent about 7 messages in between my last one.
Yeah.
Check it out, boss. And then he goes like, I haven't spoken now for a while. And he goes, boss, do you have any doubts about me? And I was like, nah, bro, I'm just having a look. I really like your style. Like, how much would this many designs cost? Da, da, da. And then he goes on and he speaks like the proper graphic design lingo. He's giving me vectors and like he knows his
He knows his stuff.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. He doesn't know English, but he knows his stuff. Okay, boss, can I send you an offer now? Like he's getting a bit pushy. This is now only 3 minutes after the fact that he was like, you got doubts, boy? You got doubts? We continue on. I then don't speak to. I've messaged him again at 11:23.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you just show us this? He goes, yeah, no worries. Sends it all through. 20 minutes pass. I haven't replied. Boss, and then he just, yeah, no shit. He must be like real. I'm imagining he's gonna get it done for me like before I wake up at this rate. He goes, boss accepts the offer. I will do anything you want. So are we still talking about graphic design, or is he now just work for me? Like, what is the story?
Yeah,
And then I still did,
Yeah.
and like I'm still awake, and I'm watching these come through, and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? And then the kicker, I went to sleep, and then I woke up the following morning, and he'd messaged, like I got one more notification that had come through in the morning, and I read it as I woke up, and I was like, this is incredible. He finished the night, like I hadn't spoken for 20 minutes, and he was like, this cunt, he's left me on scene. Like, yeah. I'm not having a bar of it. He must have known the time zone. He then just sent me, good night, boss. Love, heart, eyes. Have a nice dream. Love, heart, eyes, love, heart, eyes, love, heart, eyes. This is a bloke who I have known for the best part of 50 minutes. Very, very attached. Now, I sent him a heap of stuff the next day, more out of fear than anything else. He continually called me boss. Every message, yes, boss. Okay, boss. Boss, which offer you like? Boss, I watched your videos. And I was like, what? What do you mean you watched my videos? I'm at work when he's sending these things through.
Because we sent him like our logo and color palette.
Yeah.
So he
searched us
knew.
up.
But I
we
didn't. I'd never sent him the link to what we do.
He would have just thrown it in Google.
I sent him the MacPack podcast. Like I sent him
Yeah.
that. And then I get a notification on my phone, and it's from YouTube, and it's like, this cunt has just like left a comment on your YouTube channel, and I was like, oh god, who is this? And then all these notifications started to come through, and I quickly joined the dots. Okay, boss, which offer you like? Boss, I watched your videos. Awesome. It would be good to use a gimbal. And then on the comment section, he goes, you guys should use a gimbal. And I was like, what is going on? The gimbal will remove the shake, and your videos will be awesome. I am professional t-shirt design, but I also do video editing. That's why I gave you a little suggestion. Thank you, boss.
This video was from our 2019 Melbourne vlog.
Yeah, which we
It's
use
our
like
first video on our
handheld GoPro footage. Go ahead, boss. Boss, will you order today? Boss, I'm waiting your direction. It just hasn't stopped. So we're probably not going to go with him. We've had a few other ones though. Kang is my man. Kang is the legend, and he's actually been he's been cute, but he's been respectful, and he hasn't done any love heart eyes, which I respect. He hasn't called me boss once.
Nice.
He's kept it all pretty above board, Kang. He did send me one message that made me laugh, and like I asked him how long it was going to take, and this. It was very cute. I was like, how long is it going to take? He's like, probably a week to turn around. Da, da, da. It's like, okay, no worries. And I was like, ideally, we could get it. He goes, when do you need it by? I was like, whenever you can get it done. That'd be sick. Okay, fantastic. We'll work together and we'll get this project done.
Oh.
And I was like, all right, bro, like, let's make it happen or something like that. And then 24 hours passed, and I was like, well, the communications, that's fine. He's probably working hard.
Yeah, you don't need to talk to him every day.
And then out of nowhere, he just texts me back and goes, aye, aye, Captain.
As you know, boys, I've been hopping around from some jobs in the recent months.
Oh, to say the least.
A couple. Are we going to have a new segment, a new jingle made up for this segment?
As we
Riley's
remember.
New jobs.
You know?
Have you had 4 this year?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got best part of 2 months left.
Yep.
How many more do you reckon you can crack out?
Nah, I reckon I'm going to stick with this
Is
one.
there a record?
Rightio. So it started with the movie cinema.
Yep.
Onto the containers.
Yep.
Onto the
I
furniture.
forgot about the containers.
Containers was a moment. Jesus.
Onto the furniture store.
Yep.
Not a lot going on at the furniture store.
You're still there, though.
Yeah, but it's a bit on the boring. And so now I was in the market for a new job,
Yep.
and I did get a new job.
Yep. Nice.
And that's all we can review.
Congratulations.
So I did cop the new job. Very excited to start there, but I haven't started just yet.
Chemist Warehouse.
And while at the no, not chemist. While at the furniture place, I've kind of checked out.
yeah.
Emotionally.
That's
I'm
surprise.
yeah, emotionally, physically, everything you can check out in. I'm a salesman, so
Yeah.
I'm on the floor.
Do you call anyone boss?
It's my first. No,
Hey, boss.
it's my first sales role.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is a very numbers-based system.
Mm-hmm.
Weekly evaluations, weekly sit-downs with the boss.
Oh, real?
Gee.
They go for around half an hour, talking about your numbers, talking about this, that.
You
do
do
you
this
need to
every
do?
week.
Every week.
Fuck that.
I
That's a
know.
bit intense.
I know.
How
So-
do you rank up? Are you pretty good?
Well, that's the thing. I started off pretty good because I was try-harding because I was fresh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fresh off the boat.
No, you give a fuck.
Yeah, no, I don't really care. So my numbers have dipped.
And your boss is an avid listener,
No,
hey?
wait on. And
Oh. Are we telling him you're done via the pod?
no, wait on.
Wait on.
Okay.
Waiting.
I plan to quit by the time that comes out.
Oh, okay, right.
So let's hope that goes to plan. But yeah, so I was sitting down with second in charge boss. Lovely guy.
Yeah.
Do I say?
Great man. Funny guy. He loves me. I like him. Good respectful relationship.
Yeah.
And as of course I said, my numbers aren't great because I don't really care.
Yeah.
And I was sitting down with him and he was like, look, Riley, like I really like you, but I've been chatting with the boss, you know, like your numbers aren't that good. As of late, like you're a casual. Your position's pretty volatile. The word volatile means it can go away.
Did he tell you that?
No,
or is
no,
that
I knew that.
Hang on, just give me 1 second. I'm just going to Google that.
Wait.
word.
Wait, did you think we wouldn't know that?
No, just I know a lot of the listeners wouldn't know that. Anyway.
Maybe Amy might be listening in. He might be learning a fair bit of the English language.
Anyway, so I was like, yeah, fair enough. And he was like, so what can we do to like get you, back in it? Like, what can we do to get these numbers back up? And I was basically just sitting there like, I don't really know, man. Like, I don't know. Because
Every time I leave, they try to pull me back in.
anyway. But yeah, he was like, because you've got a great attitude. You just like all these
Just
other
shits
all
at
these
your
other
job.
all these other salesmen, they're sharks, like they want sales.
Yeah.
They'll go and they'll get sales. I was talking to one of the salesmen about it when I first started. He was like, you need to put them on the back foot, slam them up against the wall, and make them like buy your shit, basically.
Yeah, that's the same approach that Fiverr guy's taking with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, and I was like, probably not. Like my sales, I just get from being like top bloke, just like, hey, you guys going? What's going on? What do
Yeah.
you need? What's going on?
Yeah. Buy this couch or I'll shoot you, son.
Well, yeah, and then it's a pretty old demographic. I'm
Yeah.
by far the youngest at the workplace. Median age, 35,
Yeah, okay.
roughly.
Yeah.
Probably. Anyway,
So for them, it's a bit more career. Like they
Yes.
are salesmen.
and everywhere I go, not everywhere I go, but in a lot of new situations I get in, a lot of people have been seeing our TikToks.
Nice.
And the boss, who was a 55-year-old man, probably 60, he said, look, man,
I'm excited for
I want to
this.
see the effort you're putting into those TikToks. First time he's ever spoken about it. He was like, first time I ever heard like someone say it at work. He was like, these TikToks, man, like, I want to see
Where
the
is
effort
that,
you're putting
Riley?
into these TikToks into this place. And I was legit started pissing myself. I was like, what the fuck? This is like against some rule of like I don't know. But then he was like, because everyone's been talking about it behind my back. No one's mentioned it to me. He was like, there's funny videos, man. Like, I want to see the effort you're putting in there on the floor over here.
All right, I've got an idea before we continue on. Now, okay, big TikTok hero. This is it. You've got 25 seconds, 25 to 30 seconds. I want to see a down the barrel pitch. Don't give the name of the place away, but give us your best sales pitch, and we're going to turn it into a TikTok.
Sell me this couch.
Here we go. We're going to do it. You're going to put as much effort into this sales pitch as you would a TikTok, and we're going to join the two together, and everyone's going to be like, well, that kid can sell couches. Okay, here we go.
G'day and welcome to the furniture store. This is the McKenna couch. Top grain leather, 100% leather. Comes in many a colour. Orange, burgundy, blue, red, orange, whatever you want. I think I said a few of them. And you know what? I know it's a bit of an expensive couch, but we've got some finance options for you. Look, Afterpay. It's your best friend in this situation, man. Let's get on it. Let's get cracking. No, I don't want the couch. No, come with me. Anyway, this one's all yours. Catch you later, brother. Have a good one. Just tap there. Yep, catch up. That's it.
Perfect.
Lovely. I'll have it.
There you go.
Boys, it's the show that's been sweeping the nation.
The big squid.
Not even the nation, it's worldwide.
Squid Game.
Big squid.
Squid Game.
Hell
So I've seen
yeah.
it all. Loved it. You boys, how far in are we?
I got one episode to go.
Oh,
I'm one
big
episode
squid.
in.
Oh.
Yes, I'm on the other side of the spectrum.
So, Riley,
In more ways than one.
so Riley, your first episode in, what's your thoughts?
As a film student,
Oh.
fantastic cinematography, very subtle but informative writing.
Yep.
As an audience member, this is epic game
Epic
show.
Squid Games.
Epic Squid Game.
So-
This is epic game for squidding.
So-
Not many squids. That's my
Not a lot of squid.
Lacking.
big thing with the Squid Game. We talked about Seinfeld a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Jerry's in every app. Jerry, the Seinfeld, is in every app.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a squid. We're 8 episodes in. Haven't seen a single squid.
And it doesn't.
So unless there are a heap that get dropped in episode 9,
I'm not spoiling anything, that's for sure.
and it doesn't look
like a squid. That's what I thought as well.
at all.
It really doesn't.
It's the little square.
A square
And a
triangle
triangle.
thing.
And the first words he says is like, we call it Squid Game because it looks like a squid.
It doesn't look like a squid.
oh, is that the whole concept?
Yeah, that's what he says in the first.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Squid Game.
The Squid Game.
So Squid Game, for those who don't, I'm sure everyone knows, but for those who don't know, it's a Korean TV show. It's a mix between sort of like Battle Royale, Hunger Games, but there's a little bit of a twist because the games they play, it's not a fight to the death.
no.
They play childhood games.
Yep.
Most of them are popular in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's basically like they'll come in, they'll have to do some sort of a game that kids would do, and if you don't do it correctly, you get shot
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you die
Yeah,
in
you
various
die, yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
So that's obviously these
You
are
get
all,
eliminated. They continue to say
Eliminated.
eliminated. At the start, they said eliminated. Everyone's like, oh,
oh
okay,
whatever.
What
We're
does
just
that
playing
mean?
red light, green light.
Yeah, next thing you know, people are just getting fucking sniped.
And that bit was
That was sick.
it was sick. Yeah, like
Yeah.
the tension that they were able to hold.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it was good. The
fantastic.
first episode's
So good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, you get the backstory behind
All the characters.
Hook Sung.
All the
Is
main
that his name?
characters.
And then they
Hook
have
Song?
Jihan,
Okay. Yep.
and they have like
I must be watching a different language.
different dub. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you watch it with
Cool.
the dub?
So we watch it in Korean with the subtitles.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I watch
English
it in French.
Are we doing English CC or are we doing English?
English.
Yeah, English.
What's that mean?
Apparently CC's that's made for like
So
People
closed
with hearing
captions
aid.
is we'll have stuff like
bang noise.
yeah.
There's a loud.
No, we didn't
loud
have that.
shutter.
No, because we can hear.
Yeah.
We can hear.
We still have the audio on.
Yeah.
So obviously these are all Korean games. There's a couple of classic ones. You got Tug of War. You got
Yep.
Red Light, Green Light.
Yeah.
Squid Game.
So obviously Squid Game.
Which this week made us think, if we were to do an Australian version of the Squid Game, what games,
game?
what childhood, playground, primary school type Aussie games would make up our Squid Game?
It's a great question.
It is. So who did we ask, Jake?
We asked the people of Perth.
Hey!
The Perth games. So
Yeah.
we got some classic responses. Okay, so first off, before we go to the poll,
Yep.
obviously we were all once Aussie kids.
Yep.
What's your go-to favorite game?
Favorite primary
Oh, here we
school
go.
game.
This will be good.
Well, I'm gonna throw it to one of you first. I
Okay,
can't
I'm
think.
44 home.
44 home, a classic.
Fucking love it. We used to have at the primary school that we were at, there was like a big red tin. It was where we had like the fire hose.
The fire hose, yep.
And it was this bright red thing. It wasn't really, it was sort of in the middle of the school.
Yep.
Um,
In between sort of both ovals.
and that was what 44 home was. So essentially, if you haven't heard of 44 home, that's the home base.
Yeah.
And there'll be one person who has to like guard the home base.
Yeah.
And if they tag you, then you're fucking it.
Otherwise, you got to run.
But you got to try and
I
touch.
don't
You
really
got to try and
remember
touch that.
44
So
home.
essentially what it is tag, but
There's a
you
bang,
can get safe by getting home.
Yeah.
and then you win.
You win. Yeah. Another,
Well, yeah,
another
you're-
classic base we used was the big tree,
The victory.
which was a tree in the school, and it was the largest tree.
Nah, the big tree was too big. You couldn't use that. It was like fucking.
Because the tree was
It's like
like
30 meters around.
it's got a big
Yeah.
diameter, so like you could even like run through the.
Yeah.
It was on a higher level. Anyway, this is just the
This is semantics.
architecture of our primary school.
Yeah.
So my go-to primary school game, it's got to be heads down, thumbs up.
Yeah.
It was a
Hands down,
classic.
thumbs up,
It was a bit
slaps.
boring, in my opinion.
It is a bit. Did you not get picked, Jake, when you were a child?
No, I don't know. Just a bit boring. There's not enough people that are involved in the game. There's a lot of just
Yeah.
bystanders.
And if you're not one of the said popular kids, you basically don't even play. You just sit there with your head on the
What's your strat? In
Nap
Oh,
Heads
eyes
down,
open,
thumbs
bro.
up.
Eyes open. 100%.
That's-
Forehead on the arm so you
Yeah,
can
that's
put
a
your
classic.
eyes
Yeah.
down.
So apparently,
Everyone cheats in heads down, thumbs up.
allegedly, heads down, thumbs up is
Yeah.
a game that teachers use to see which kids are likely to cheat in tests and such.
Holy
calling-
shit.
I'm calling bullshit. I know enough teachers. They're not smart enough to pull that shit.
But yeah, heads down, thumbs up is because I would always, you got to go, you can't pick your friends, which is easy for me.
Classic.
Not a lot. Yeah, I just wouldn't pick Sachin. And then nah, it was actually pretty cool.
What was your go-to game, big dog?
Look, I had some learning disabilities when I was in like year 5.
Yeah,
I was
nothing
really
to be
bad at
ashamed of, yeah.
It's a very specific year.
I
Did
was
something
really bad
happen?
at literacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we had this one of the prac teachers came in and he took me and three other of the boys, which were my mates.
The lads.
Yeah.
And he his role was to like take us out during literacy and like
Yeah.
kind of hone in on us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give
give
us,
you a
like,
bit of extra attention.
Yeah. I'm not an idiot, but like
Hey, yeah, it's fine.
yeah, and
Said Einstein.
hey, ATAR English was my highest waste mark. So
Although to be fair, not
when
to
it pays,
call,
it pays.
not to call you out, but I do watch the TikTok sometimes. There's a few spelling errors in the subtitles.
Many.
Anyway, but yes, he was teaching us literacy, and he realized that these boys don't care. Like it's not working. So he let us create a game, and it was an AFL game, board game that
Oh.
helped us with literacy.
Oh, that's really sweet.
One of my best school moments ever. I love that guy, Mr. Harris. He was.
I remember you talking about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good lad.
Okay, well, no one else knows what that game is, though, so that's not very
like,
relatable.
Riley would everyone else in Squid Game is dead.
Yeah,
And Riley's learned to
Fucking
spell.
hell.
Yeah, cool.
So we got some. Okay, so they're our favorites. Now we got some classics.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so the most common one we got sent in, Foursquare.
Of course.
Foursquare was incredible.
With the high bounce ball.
The high bounce ball. Those balls.
We used to use basketballs as well.
Oh, that's
Adds a little bit more. You got to use that bicep, tricep.
yeah.
But the high bounce balls, they got some. kick.
They are those. I'd
They
love
s-
to see because obviously Foursquare is a game that's been around for decades or whatever.
Yeah.
I would love to like. Obviously, it's not possible, but can you imagine a game where you bring a bunch of kids from like the 50s
Evolution of the game.
and they used to play with like a fucking rock or whatever? I don't know what they had back in the day, and you give them a high bounce ball, like
Yeah.
go nuts, kids. They're just like,
Yeah.
Bro, some kids were like too good at Foursquare.
well, because you do like that. We like skim it.
Oh yeah, and like you carry it, like you definitely like
Yeah.
you catch it on top and then you like flick it under.
At what age did people stop playing Foursquare in your year groups?
There were people who still played in year 7 at high school.
Bet, bro?
Yeah.
Same.
No,
same.
there were people who played in like year 10 at high school in my
It
year.
is a fun game, I have to say.
Yeah, I reckon you're drawing the line once you hit like.
Yeah, you're drawing the 4 lines
Yeah.
and the square
Once you
around
learn
it.
how to once you learn how to drive, I reckon you can put the high bounce ball down.
It used to get the high bounce ball used to get pelted. Like
Oh,
someone
fuck
would
yeah.
come past and just
The best, yeah,
Oh,
that was the
yeah.
best thing. Like this is a bit rude. Now, like the year 7s would be playing fucking Foursquare.
There you go.
And they weren't like in like a nerd corner. They probably needed like a little nerd corner set up so they weren't going to get
Keep them
bullied.
safe.
Yeah.
We'd walk past as like year 10s and like the ball would just there to be won and we just fucking kick this thing so far away. And these poor little kids, they just look at you like you
hate
just
to
fucking
see
punch their mum square in the face and they're just like, but they'd never do anything about it because
Obviously.
And
if they could, they wouldn't be playing Foursquare.
when you're in
That's-
year 12, like you feel like kind of the power gap between a year 12 and a year 7. But it's like kind of. But then when you're a year 7 and a year 12 does
Oh,
it, there's
yeah.
a huge power gap.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you cannot
Yeah,
do,
no one's
say,
starting that shit,
touch
yeah.
anything. Fuck yeah.
But Foursquare, would be
Foursquare's
a
good.
Classic.
Foursquare's good.
Bang.
Another one we've got
This
is
would-
King of the Pack.
Yep,
Back
King of the
as well.
Pack.
King of the Pack.
Would be tough with like Squid Game had how many? Like 300 people in it
Yeah,
at the start.
that would be
Big
a final
pack.
game. Yeah, if you
Big
gotta-
pack.
If you get to the end and too many people are alive, you just take them out.
No, that would be good. I don't know how you would. At what point do you get eliminated from that?
Yeah, like
Not sure.
the marker is there's one round of King of the Pack. The guy who marks it wins.
Yeah,
Well, that could
it's,
be the last
it's a
game.
short Netflix show. It's a real budget heavy focus.
We've got Silent Ball.
Silent ball would be good, but it's a bit too easy. I think you'd need a multi-ball silent ball because that way you could pepper someone with it.
Yeah,
Because if the game itself was just being quiet, not going to work. But if you had like 3 balls going around,
yeah. I feel like you'd need something to like,
get a bit of gang ups.
or like something that like gives a little tickle or something that makes you like say something.
Do you know what was
Yeah.
the ultimate game as a kid? Not necessarily in school. I just read it here. Spotlight.
Spotlight was all
Spotlight.
time.
She said this. Emma said, "Spotlight," but the spotter person has a sniper.
yeah.
Jesus.
That's high stakes, bro.
Yeah, that
good.
would be unreal. So it's basically just one of those dudes in the PlayStation looking face masks,
Yeah.
just strolling around
Just
with a
popping off.
sniper, just
Spotlight
going
was-
bang, bang.
Spotlight
bang.
was. I remember playing it on camp,
Such a good
and
game,
when we
bro.
had sleepover at our primary school.
Oh.
Do you remember? This is probably a bit niche, but we had a sleepover at the school
For
in
the
primary school,
hundreds of listeners that we get,
and
none of them. are
there
gonna
was
get it.
a running gag that the teachers did every single year
Mhm.
where they invented this creature that lived
Oh,
in
yeah,
the trees.
Yeah,
So you couldn't play Spotlight.
No, they would just be like, "Oh, just be careful because there's like this thing that
Ah,
lives in
it's
the
like-
trees."
That's
Yeah.
cute. That's so
chicks
cute.
were crying in my year when they started
it's
telling that shit.
terrifying.
It's just like, well, there's no need for that gear.
It's a good tradition.
Another classic one, which I think would be sick. Chopsticks.
Chopsticks.
Yeah, chopsticks is good. So chopsticks is essentially you play like 1-on-1 to start off with.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
You
I think
you
you have two to
chopsticks.
start.
Yeah, sorry, 1-on-1 equals.
Yep, 2.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but you do. Yeah, we did it one. Anyway.
Yeah, holding a microphone. Yeah, okay, going.
So yeah, essentially you have 2 fingers out, and then you tap the other person.
I think everyone knows chopsticks,
I don't remember it.
And you tap the other person.
and they get a chopstick.
The amount of fingers you have on the hand that you tap them, they then add that to their score or their hands.
Yeah.
And if you get 5, so if you get to the point where you need to use your thumb, you're gone.
Yeah, okay.
And
I
then
don't
there
really
was-
remember it.
There was, if you had the same amount, so say if I had a 1 and a 1, a 2 and a 2, then you could combine them
cross.
and drop a 4.
Oh, yeah.
You're-
Bro, wasn't there a way to beat that every time? I remember the kids who were elite at it always used to just go this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we-
I don't think that in our, I don't know. Let's not get into the semantics of chopsticks. One I really liked was 21.
21 was one of my favorites growing
So you'd
up.
have a group of people. This was to sort of select if you were going to like be the captain or whatever it was.
Yep.
And so you'd have like 4 kids, and you're like, all right, 21, and you'd put out
Scratch my bum.
you'd put out
yeah.
you'd put out an allotment of digits. So
Yeah.
say I played like both hands, I put out a 4 and a 3.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got 7, and then you start with someone and go all the way around, and whoever ends up on 21, they become like it essentially,
Yeah,
like
that's
their
a little
little
mini
played-
game in the game.
We played 21 as a class, a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
The way we did it was you could either say 1 number, 2 numbers, or 3 numbers, and you don't want to be the person who says 21. So, for example, Riley would start, he would say 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You would say 4,
Oh, yeah.
5. I would
It's
say
much
6,
it's
7, 8.
basically it's exactly what
Ah.
We would go around, and it gets mind games. So you're like, I need to say at least 3, otherwise that person will say that,
Yeah, yeah.
and I will get out.
You
That
gotta
was a
keep
great
your boys
game
in
to
as
play.
well.
Mm-hmm.
We got another game. This game could be quite good. Barcode.
Yep.
Oh,
That's probably that's
that
probably-
is.
That's basically Squid Game in it. So
Yeah, that's pretty close to Squid to begin with.
Okay.
I don't know how that would work. Like,
because people would just be getting killed essentially.
yeah, just getting leveled.
I actually have. Oh wait, explain barcode. Barcode. It's not a lot of people would know barcode.
Barcode is, so if someone would buy like a choc milk or something,
Yeah.
you would squish it up so it looks like a square. So you'd like cover the
in a cube.
front.
Yep.
And then you would throw it at someone, and then it would land on the ground. And if it lands with a barcode showing up, that person basically gets dropped.
Yeah. They just get
We
labelled.
used to play a game called Slaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was keepy ups. And there'd be
Oh,
like
yeah,
15
yeah.
of us in a circle. We did this all through year 11 and 12. And we'd keep you up. And so I keep you up. I hit to Joe. Joe hits to Jake. We count. So you don't have to get any.
Yeah.
You could get up to like 50.
Yeah.
50. And if you're the person that stuffs up, the person that kicked it to you gets 50 you have to
Oh
lift up
my
your shirt.
gosh.
50 slaps. Full pelt on your stomach.
That's a bit intense.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
A lot of bruises. Good fun.
That
Good fun
is
there.
similar to that's like we used to play a game called Mercy,
Yeah.
where you would stand with your hands like clapped together,
Mhm.
and the other person would be there,
Yeah.
and then
Slaps.
you would slap their hand.
Yeah, that's what we call it. We call that slaps.
Okay, and then if you dodge successfully, then it becomes your turn.
Yeah.
But if you flinch,
And there's one knuckle, so you can
You
do
get
the
a free
same.
hand. Yeah,
Like,
blood
Oh,
knuckles.
Knuckles was...
So I reckon like that would be a pretty grim way. That would fit in with the whole Squid game
Yeah.
concept because it's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
But that could work. But it's like you wouldn't get people going, yeah, I'm out, like because it's death.
yeah, you
like,
would just keep going.
Yeah, you just have half your knuckle. You just like
that's
bone,
almost
bone
like
and blood.
it's
That's
almost like the
torture.
slap game that the main character plays in the start.
All right, I'm just gonna quickly whip
Oh,
through a
yeah.
heap of these. We've got gang up, kiss shaky. Gang up, kiss chasey with the homies. I'm a big fan of that. That would be fucking funny. Blue collar dogs. Our man says Simon says, which I think would be pretty cute.
That would be
That would be
crazy.
fucking-
Imagine that. Pop, 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 pop. And you couldn't get the liars.
We had a
Wouldn't
lot
get away
of
with it.
we had a lot of Foursquare. Someone said octopus. I've
Never heard of that.
never heard of
Oh,
octopus.
knock and run.
Knock and run would be all time.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
if you get spotted by the guy whose house it is.
Yeah, and you just get pinged.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the end to most of these games.
Yeah,
If
but I
it's the
don't know.
Squid
Like,
Game
I don't know
version.
how like what you've just got a whole. You've basically got a whole suburb. Is that?
Yeah, or maybe like you knock on the house and everyone's running away. I don't know. Anyway,
Neither do I. Spotlight. We've already mentioned. Joe, you went with Marco Polo.
Marco Polo. Yeah, I don't know if that's like this is a pretty worldwide game, but it's a classic.
Yep.
Mark.
Tunnel ball.
Oh, that's
Tunnel Ball.
That's a
Tunnel
good way to
Ball's
knock out like a whole team, I guess.
Yeah. Also, another game called like Leader Ball. These are all just like
That's,
classic.
yeah, they're basically the exact same thing, are they not? Someone said Red Rover.
Never heard.
Don't know what Red Rover is. But yeah.
So many good classic Aussie games.
Yeah, this is a good nostalgia run back, bro.
So Netflix Australia, Squid Game Australia.
It's possible.
Yeah,
It
bring
is
us on.
possible.
Bring
Get
us
us
on.
in, bro.
We'll make it happen. All right, boys, over the weekend, we celebrated the Body Magic 8-week challenge with Jared himself.
Hell yeah.
With the participants of the last 8-week challenge.
Hell
and
yeah.
With a handful of vodka bottles and whatnot as well. So there was
letting loose.
there was so much piss. We had the official Body Magic Cheat Day, which
Yes.
has been touted as being one of the greatest events that
Yes. A
is
lot
on-
of chatter about it.
is on the annual calendar, let alone the Body Magic calendar itself. Lived up to the hype, 100%.
Hell
It
yeah.
was all time. We
Hell
were
yeah.
fortunate enough to go out to, yeah, it was like Banjup area.
Yeah.
One of the girls who does the challenge was just like, yeah, fuck, I'll sort of offer up my house. Beautiful house, massive joint.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Yeah, it was like full basketball court.
Yeah, I
set
saw
up.
that.
She took us through a big wander through the house and like got lost a bit because it was that big. There was a putting green,
Yeah.
which I enjoyed. Played a fair bit, a little bit of putting.
Nice.
There was a fucking like tractor there.
I saw that. Saw the tractor.
There was a
Oh,
there was
yeah,
a
I
lot.
saw the
There was
So,
fucking.
but
there was a lot going
what
on.
did the day actually entail?
So the actual challenges themselves, he set us up into 4 teams, which was like very Survivor like.
Yeah.
Really, really liked it. It was good fun. Like we made fire. Like we got 3 matches and had to like get a heap of basically bushes and whatever
Yeah.
we could turn into something that's gonna light up. And Jared had done a sick thing where he had like 2 sticks and then some rope.
Yeah.
And we had to get the fire to be large enough to burn through the rope.
Oh,
Once
wow.
the rope broke, then we
You
won. And every time that you'd lose, like you'd have to drink a certain amount of shots, whether it was vodka, Sambuca, or fucking some
Nice.
other questionable substances that we were putting through our body. But yeah, it was a fucking great day. We did a blindfold challenge. There was a fucking pool specific challenge which involved one person doing burpees outside of the pool, the rest of the crew being under the water while they were doing the burpees.
Like fully holding their breath.
Yeah. That was fucking
How many
intense.
burpees did they have to do?
So he initially started off doing 100, and I've
What
looked,
the
yeah, nah,
fuck?
I looked around and I was like, 100's a lot. Like 100 is so many.
That's a few minutes underwater.
And then I was like, that's gonna
a few
take
hours.
It's like, it's gonna take us ages to do that.
One person.
No, like you could switch out with the teams. So like, you pause, and it was basically the time. So like, there was a timer on.
Yeah.
And however, like the team had to do 100 burpees, for example. So I did 25, and I was like, all right, I'm calling it. Switch out with someone who's in the pool. Now I'm going in the pool, and
how
I'm
do
going
you
to hold
contact the people in the pool with their heads underwater?
like I don't know, you just yell. It wasn't that hard. People weren't like staying under that intensely.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, 100 was not going to happen. We ended up doing 30 because like I think once you said 100, everyone looked around like, okay, cool. So a few deaths going to be going on here. But no, it was great fun. There was what were the other challenges? There was a basketball challenge.
Nice.
Hell
You would
yeah.
love that.
I don't know how the plan. I don't know what the plan was originally. It was meant to be like a team basketball challenge, and then it just ended up like if you make a free throw, you don't have to do a shot, and if you miss a free throw, you have to do a shot. Only one bloke hit a free throw. It wasn't me, and so basically like the whole bottle of vodka just disappeared within
You're very
basically.
blind at this point, I imagine.
Oh, it was early. It was only like 2 o'clock as well. We'd only been there for an hour, and we were just putting them away. But it was an absolutely great day. It's been
Good
a great 10 weeks.
Oh
of
yeah, it has.
doing the challenge for 8, very lax over the last 2 weeks, which I think will come back to bite us as Joey and I are doing the next 6-weeker,
Good stuff.
which starts tomorrow. Tomorrow at the time of the recording. So basically, this episode
looking
comes out
forward to
on Friday. Yeah, it should be good. I'm a bit nervous to see where
You weigh in?
where we're back at. Imagine if we're back at like a similar. I don't think that'll be the case.
Nah, you'll be right.
But it will be good fun. So pretty exciting news
Super excited
to
for
do with that.
Here we go.
But arguably the more exciting news
What?
is we've got a little bit of a voice message that was sent in. Let's just play it.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Jared from Body Magic here. Can't wait to be on the MacPack podcast next week. Tell some stories, dribble some shit, tell you everything about the boys and their challenge and how they went. It's going to be a heap of fun. I'll chat to you then.
Jared Majic from Body Magic is joining the MacPack podcast next week.
Let's go!
It will be huge news. We're going out to his gym.
Holy shit!
We're going out to the Magic mural itself, the big mural that he's got in the gym. We're going to perch up there with himself. MacPack's going on the road. We're packing up the table. We're packing up the desk. We're packing up all the equipment, the mics, the inclusions, everything.
We've had a few prestigious guests on the show before.
This is our biggest name yet.
He's got a tick on Instagram, guys.
He does. He's blue
got
tick
the blue
verified.
tick.
He's blue tick
He's a verified
verified.
fan.
So that'll be incredible. Obviously, Love Island fame
Yeah.
is where he's collected a heap of his followers. So if you have any questions about Love Island, make sure that you ping them in. At time of release, the DMs are well and truly open, and we'll be sharing some stuff over the next 24 hours to invite people to sort of tell us their stories, ask as many questions as you want, and we'll be sitting down to record with him next weekend, which will be basically this weekend on release, which is incredibly exciting. And fuck, we can flesh it all out from there.
Huge.
Hell yeah, let's go.
It's going to be great fun. We can't wait. We'll see you soon, G. All right, boys, it's time for one of our favourite segments. It's our weekly segment. It is our Everyday Hero. Joey, take it away. Yeah.
So as you know, I've been away
Nice.
cruising the country towns for a week.
Yep.
Now, there's one thing about country towns that everyone loves. You get to see, you get to drive around, you get to see the wildlife.
Yep.
A lot of it is on the road, not alive anymore.
Oh.
Wildlife,
No. Oh,
there's
no.
a lot of roadkill.
What did we say? Give us the list.
Okay, so we saw too many kangaroos to count.
Really?
Actual.
Yeah, there
Just
was
like flat.
flats
Flats.
sort of on the ground.
That
Have
is
you ever
genuinely.
been on?
I've seen a few roadkills going to Olivia's house.
That's not far.
I know.
That's pretty suburban.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
kangaroos.
and
out
it
there.
may seem bad, but it's very dangerous to try and swerve.
Yep.
And at the end of the day,
They
like,
encourage you to.
Run through them.
yeah, at the end of the day, you hate to see it, but you got to do it. And also, wiping out the ones that are a bit dumb is, strengthens the rest of them. A bit of natural selection for you.
Bloke has gone from vegan to vegetarian
Yeah,
to
just
animal hater.
for those playing along at home, Joe was vegan for 3 years. He stopped being vegan like 10 days ago, and he is just
I'm vegetarian now.
he's
I'm
come
still
out
mostly vegan.
come out swinging.
But
Kangaroos are targets.
so okay, my car. So obviously, a big truck can just wipe out a kangaroo like it's nothing. There
Yeah.
was one emu that we saw. We were really wanting
no.
to see an emu in the
Was
wild.
it the fiver guy? Hey boss! Hey boss! Hey boss!
This
Hit him with my car.
Good night, boss.
This emu looked like he was having really good dreams. Let's just say that.
Flat Stanley.
Yeah, it was flat.
Which
that's
part?
not-
Which part? He was on the side of
'Cause,
the road.
Emus are pretty like skinny, wide, skinny.
Yeah.
Just not a lot
Skinny,
of
skinny,
wide.
skinny, skinny, skinny,
Oh,
skinny,
no, it was
flat,
just sort
skinny,
of-
skinny, 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 skinny.
It was just sort of piled on. Anyway, let's not get too into it.
It's so sad.
But so okay, obviously, even in the city here, you be driving, you see a bird.
Yep.
They get out the way. They know the deal.
yeah. They get
fly out
close.
the way.
Though. They get close.
They do get close, but you rarely hit them.
They always get away. Yeah.
So we're driving down the
You rarely
street.
hit them.
There's tons of like crows. You got cockatoos. You got everything. There's also a little sort of, I don't know what you call it, like a honey bird sort of
yeah.
thing.
Like a little willy wag.
So we're
tail.
driving down the road, going super quick as per the speed limit is, and this little honey bird is on the road. I'm like, okay, little guy's gonna hop out. He's gonna hop out the way. He tried, and went boink. So this bird,
Did you hear it?
I heard, yeah. So this isn't the one that I've told the family about. This is an unrelated bird.
Oh Jesus!
So I'm driving down. There's a bird on the road just hanging out.
Oh no.
So he flies up, and the bird, you think it would just sort of hop off to the side. This
Yeah.
bird was going, decided to fly straight on.
Direct
It
route.
was not quicker than my car. So yeah, it got a little bump, and then I'm not exactly sure what happened to it. I don't think it made it.
Dad said funny joke when actually no, I'll save it for later. Go.
And then so anyway, so that bird, it like hit the like front of my car, and then just sort of bounced off. I mean, Kira like, oh fuck, like that bird's not getting up.
Which part of the car did it hit? The windshield?
No, it hits like
The
the
bump.
bonnet, like
Okay,
the
yeah.
front, yeah,
Yeah.
not the windshield, yeah.
It could be alright.
Anyway.
Imagine that. Imagine just guts, just bird guts. Just
Oh yeah, a lot of insects and
Yeah.
stuff. They don't even count for the stats. But we came back from our basically like a 3-hour drive back from Karoo. We get to Freo for lunch.
Nice.
We get out of the car, and I'm looking at the front because there's all these like dead insects and stuff, like and just like
yeah.
dirt stuff because we were planning to take it to the car wash. We're looking at the
Yeah.
front. Then I notice in the grill, on like the left-hand side of my car, is a bird.
Oh no.
That I'm not exactly sure how long it's been there. It could have been 2 nights because where we parked at the hotel, we couldn't see the front of the car.
Tales from the grill and things that make you feel ill.
So yeah, we like see this bird in
The
there.
bird.
It's like you can see like one leg is like that. It's sort of in there. It's not too bloody, but we're both like very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
By this like oh shit, like we're gonna have to deal with that at some point. And then Kira's like oh like
So the bird's dead.
the bird is very
This-
dead.
okay, I'll tell the joke now. Dad said, Joe put this photo in the chat of the bird.
Yeah.
Which we'll share to our Instagram account.
And then Dad said, what was the last thing to go through its head? His ass.
That's
good
good.
joke, good
That's
joke.
good. Yeah, that's
Classic
good.
dad.
Yeah, anyway, so this bird unfortunately didn't make it out of the way of my car. It looked like it was going the right way, you
Yeah.
know? Off to the side, not straight on.
Yeah.
Smart bird, not a quick bird.
But do you remember hitting it?
No, I didn't. This one
yeah.
this was a surprise treat for me right back home. But basically, yeah. So we're both like, this is really like I am gonna feel sick like getting this out. I don't like dealing with dead animals. And then Kira was like, oh, because we were going back to her house after. She's like, oh, my mum should be able to help get us out. And I was kind of like, well, that's a bit embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'd rather get it out myself than have my mum. Anyway, we go and have lunch. We come back, and then we walk back to the car. I'm like, oh,
The bird's still there.
bird is
Yeah.
there. So we met up. I find this like nice little branch on the street back. So I got this, and all right, I'm gonna
Go ahead.
get it out. I'm gonna get it out. So we in there, and there's actually a video of me trying to do it.
Oh,
So-
please send that through.
So I got the stick, and I'm like
Oh god.
trying to flick it out, but I'm worried about like it's seeing its
Ripping it
like
apart.
its face being all like messed up.
Because at this point in
It
time,
just sort of
it's all about you.
yeah. Well, at least I'm there to experience it. And then so I'm trying to do it, but I just can't bring myself to like touch his bird with the stick.
Yeah.
It's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
I bet.
And we're going, and like we're parked across the road from Free the Social, like in that car park.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get this out, and at this point there's like ants and stuff like sort of crawling
Oh,
up it.
nice.
And we're trying to do it, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm like trying to hype myself up. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna do it. And I like go in, and then like last second it's like, oh nah, not yet. And then these 3 old ladies walk past.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
These 3 old ladies walk past, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And then we're like, "Oh, we just drove back from."
How long has it been? How long have you been playing? Like,
Oh, just like a couple minutes.
okay.
It's a long time.
Yeah,
or maybe like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Nevertheless.
And then I'm like, oh, we're trying to get this bird out. We came back from the country. And then this one old lady's like, I'll fucking do it.
How old is this woman?
She's been like maybe in her 60s.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't know if she might be like from the country, from her youth or whatever. Anyway, this woman just grabs the stick.
Oh, I thought she just went in with her
No,
hand.
no,
I thought she just-
grabs the stick, goes in,
Hoik.
1, 2, flicks it out like it's fucking nothing. And then, a nice touch of class. So it's sort of in the garden bit.
Oh.
And she digs a little hole with her stick,
No.
puts it in. There you go. You're on your way, guys.
Unreal.
So, you know, this lady,
Unreal.
she did what no one wanted to do. She saved me the embarrassment of having to,
Have that
you know,
conversation.
get Kira's mum to do it, which would have been great.
Yeah, so Kira's nan did it instead.
Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah, she went out of her way. They could have just moseyed on. They didn't have to.
Yeah.
They saw I was in distress, and she helped me out.
No, I like that. That's a big ass.
It's a ballsy move.
It's a birdsy move.
Did she care?
Nah, she was so unfazed.
She's laughing and carrying on with
And I
her
think
mates.
she definitely it was such a nice thing to do. She didn't have to do it. A bit gross, but I think she it's pretty flexing on her friends though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty alpha move.
I
I
got
was mad
this.
respect to this lady. She's braver than I am when it comes to getting dead birds out of my car. And yeah, she saved me. I think I'd still be at Freo trying to build up the courage to
Hype
get this
yourself up.
bird out.
So you've heard of Bear Grylls. This week, episode 56.
Yep.
Smack Pack Podcast, Everyday Hero, goes to Bird Grills. On your love. All right, boys, that brings us to the end of the MacPack Podcast, episode 56
56.
of the
Jeez.
MacPack Podcast. Joey's just shown us the video. I was unaware that there was a video of the whole situation when he said there was a video. You can actually see,
Documents the entire experience.
yeah, you can see old Barbara get in there and bash that bird straight out of the
Oh.
grill. So
really
we'll
went at it. Yeah.
We'll share that to the Instagram page. I recommend maybe watching it not around like food time, and certainly not while you're like on your way to Red Rooster either, because that's just really gonna. It's we don't need a making of, do we?
No.
Goodness, I'm just sort of coming to terms with that.
You can go find that bird as well if you want.
Yeah, easy to locate.
Yeah, it's not. She didn't bury it very far. Like,
I think she did enough.
yeah, she definitely did enough. She was quick.
That
There was-
dog is definitely going to walk past that and go.
Oh,
Maybe,
good.
yeah.
Well, I'm in the area tomorrow, so I'll check it out. Boys,
Little gravestone.
a good episode of the pod, I reckon.
Thanks.
But I reckon next week's going to be even better. Oh, we got Big G joining us on the MacPack Podcast, which we just alluded to,
G money.
and we've got messages flying in from the units at Fiverr. We've got the website being built as we speak as well, which is a little soft little timeline.
Yeah.
So that's going to
The
be coming.
cogs are spinning.
Mate,
that's for
it is
sure.
it is all happening here at the MacPack Podcast. We've got merch on the works. We've got a website in the works. We've got fucking blue tick guests. Fuck.
It's all happening.
We've got a huge lead up to Christmas, so if you're not already strapped in and strapped on and ready to go, make sure you do so.
Tell your friends.
Boys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Until we do so this time next week with our good friend Body Majic.
Yes.
Stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to
Go give your mama a hug.
ciao for now, but not forever.